Catholic Positive Energy. Let me talk to you. Just imitating one of my favorite wrestlers, L.A. Knight. Yeah. I want to show you something. Here, since I'm doing this already. Here, I was just want to mention this. I had someone who was very dear buy me a ticket to a WWE house show, non-televised, that was just like 77 miles from my house. And this person who got me the ticket, I won't say who it is, they were not able to go just because of a last minute thing involving work. So they gave me the tickets, and I was able to go by myself. And it was so great. I finally got to see one of my favorite wrestlers in person, L.A. Knight. I got his t-shirt right here. Let me talk to you. See that? L.A. Knight. Yeah. That's his catchphrase. So, just thought I'd show you that since I'm, imitating him. But anyways, I've been doing really well. Now, normally I probably would do a prayer broadcast. I'm hoping to do one maybe tomorrow. I got a lot of cool things I want to talk about. So, the title of this broadcast is Believing in Miracles. Now, I'm talking about this for several reasons. Quite a few. I'll start with the biggest thing that comes to mind. Now, I know for a fact that I'm blessed with some very amazing friends who are like family to me. And one of the reasons I'm saying that, and this may not sound really positive, but you probably heard me say this in previous broadcasts, I have quite a few family members, ones who I grew up with, who I knew when I was a kid, who have cut me out, who don't talk to me anymore. And they cut me out, not the other way around. And they seem to be proud of that. It was just mainly because of bickering. So that's one of the reasons that I'm very blessed, and I feel very glad to have such amazing family in my life who are obviously not part of my bloodline, but they're amazing. And I know I have a lot of amazing people, including some of you watching, some of my most dedicated holy saints, that's what I call my fans, holy saints, who are praying for me. Last night I was at a penance service, and I was just going to confession, and don't worry, I'm not going to tell you what I confessed. Would never share that here. Anybody. I saw my spiritual director there, and I wasn't expecting to see him there because I was in a city that was, definitely a drive from where he's assigned to, and I wasn't expecting that he would be there. So when I saw he was there, I just went up to him and I gave him a hug, and I said, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you here tonight. Okay, well, now I know who I'm going to go to confession with." So it was so nice to see them there. And I was also very happy. Here's one thing I do want to share. I'm not going to share my confession. He said to me, and he brought this up, he said that he's praying for me. Every day he offers up Mass, and he includes me in his intentions, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy about that. I wasn't even talking about those things, but I'm glad that he's doing that. So that's one of the ways I know, even though I can't see into the future and my life is not perfect, I know a lot of you see me happy all the time and I've got all this positive energy. That's true, but that doesn't mean that my life is perfect and that I don't have my fair share of problems. I do. My life isn't perfect. So this is one of the ways I know that there are blessings in my life and miracles that will soon start to happen. I just don't know when, I don't know where, I don't know how. But I know good things are just around the corner. I just haven't made it to the corner yet. And I know that I also have some other amazing people in my life who are very dear, who pray for me, and who always like to check up on me. Amazing people. And I'm not going to name any of them, but they know who they are. And most importantly, they know that I appreciate them. And I love them, and I care for them, and it's nice to see them, sometimes when I go to Mass, or to see some of these amazing people, at different church events. I was this past Saturday. I participated. This is the first time I ever participated in this. In something I heard through the Knights of Columbus, which I am a member in the Fourth Degree Assembly where I'm at. That's the patriotic degree. For those of you who don't know, I participated in a Men's March for Life, a pro-life march. It was down the road in Temecula, and I had been wanting to participate in one of these things for so long, and I was just so happy that I finally found time in my life to participate in one. And even though it was cold and it was raining, I had my umbrella and I had, a big heavy jacket with a hood, and I was just so happy and privileged to participate in this march. We were standing up for the unborn, standing against abortion. I hope I don't have people getting angry hearing me say those last two things, but that's what the Catholic Church is about. I'm not trying to divide, but the killing of an unborn baby that's murder. Okay? But maybe one day I'll talk about that in a different broadcast, but I'm just saying, I care about the unborn, and even though I am not a father yet, I certainly hope one day I will be. Pray for me. I care about the lives of the unborn, and I'm just going to say I don't believe in selfishness or any kind of means that some people might use to try to justify doing certain things. I don't believe in that, however, any way you slice it. So it was nice to participate in that Men's March for Life. I saw a lot of very dear friends of mine, wonderful practicing Catholic people from all over the area. I also saw a very dear friend of mine. Okay, I'll name this one. My friend Bert. Yeah, see, I mentioned you on my broadcast. Bert. So it was nice to see him there, and I got to make a whole bunch of new friends. And obviously, I always try to tell folks about my YouTube channel here. Here's a good time for me to mention, as of this broadcast, right now, today, we are at 137 subscribers. The last time I looked, right before I went live, it was 135. Now we're up to 137, so hopefully tomorrow we'll be at 1 million. Hopefully, one day. But yes, please continue to share this channel. But it was so nice to participate in that march. There was a bishop from Texas who strongly supported us, Bishop Joseph Strickland, wonderful man of God. It was nice to see him there. I'd actually met him before. It was nice to see him again, and I shook his hand. It was nice to talk to him. We also had a priest from, I think he was from Texas. I don't remember his name, but while we were doing this march, now obviously we were walking on a public street, down sidewalks, and we were also in Old Town Temecula. For those of you who live in my area who know where that is, beautiful place. We were walking down these streets, and I helped the priest carry his megaphone while we were praying the rosary. And obviously he was speaking into the megaphone. I was helping him carry it because it was a big megaphone, and that's how we had people hearing us. We also had police and some security guards protecting us so people wouldn't try to do anything to us, try to be violent, or try to stop us from doing what we were doing. It was perfectly legal. And I remember while I was walking with the priest, and we were fairly close to the front, but we were like, there was some people walking ahead of us. I saw some folks who didn't quite like what we were doing, praying the rosary in public, standing up for the unborn, standing up as warriors for the Catholic faith, the Catholic Church, in a public place where a lot of people probably wouldn't be embracing the Catholic faith or hearing the rosary, or when you hear somebody praying on a megaphone walking down a public street saying, "Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee," or "Our Father who art in heaven," talking about Jesus. I saw some people who didn't quite like what we were doing, but nobody tried to hurt us or throw things at us, thank God. But I was obviously ready if that were to happen, and I knew the consequences. That is one of the ways we need to stand up for the Catholic faith. But anyways, it was so nice to be there, and I'm glad I met some wonderful people, got to tell them about my channel. Here's some amazing things that have been happening, and these are blessings. I'm trying to become a professional Catholic speaker, and I'm not quite there yet, but I have been getting some people. I met somebody there who invited me to speak at their parish, and I've been to this parish before. It's not too far from where I live. I won't mention the name right now. They invited me to speak there, and I said, sure, I would love to. Just please give me a reasonable amount of time to prepare something so I know what I'm doing, and, we go from there. And a while back, and I'm still trying to talk to this friend, I got somebody who I know who has a Catholic podcast. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but they invited me to be on their podcast. I've never been a guest on a podcast before, so this is going to be an amazing experience. You see, I have people who I'm just now meeting. These are people I just met this month, just recently, or within the last maybe 2 weeks. These are people I just met who are inviting me to speak at things, who are inviting me to be a part of their podcast or whatever type of online communities they may have. I guess you could say, I'm slowly becoming famous. I'm slowly transitioning into where I want to be. And, it's almost like, and don't misunderstand me, I'm not trying to sound selfish or narcissistic. Those are two words that I don't want to be associated with, and I don't want people to think of those words when they think of me. You know how there are some people out in the world, like, okay, I'm only going to talk about people who are working in the field I want to get into. I don't want to compare myself to famous people from other places. There's some famous Catholic speakers out there, and I'll name some. Some of my dear friends at Catholic Answers, people like my dear friend Tim Staples, famous Catholic apologist and speaker. People like Bishop Robert Barron, Father Mike Schmitz, Father Mitch Pacwa, or someone like Dr. Scott Hahn. These are people who, now I don't want to be a priest, but I want to be doing what these wonderful men of God are also doing. Speaking in public places, preaching the Catholic faith, explaining and defending the faith, standing up for the faith in places where it needs to be. I'm just feeling like right now, because I'm about to, start speaking in places and getting invited to places, this is almost like some of these folks who I just mentioned, like before they became famous for doing what I would like to do as well, I feel like almost like I'm about to be plucked out of obscurity, and now a lot more folks are going to know who I am, what I'm all about, what I'm trying to be, what I'm trying to do, and I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it also for the Lord, because I love Jesus, I love the Catholic Church, I love the Catholic faith, I love what we stand for, and I want to help spread it and propagate it. But I also want to spread some positive energy while I'm doing it, because, like I say, you can have these good qualities like these wonderful folks who I just mentioned. Obviously, I would like to present the best positive image that I can in my abilities while I'm doing that. Also one thing I want to touch on, like I said, you all know I'm a big wrestling fan. 15 years ago, I trained to be a pro wrestler, but I found out that's not where the Lord wanted me. So I was at a show this past Saturday, and I didn't even know I was going to be there until 6 days before. So somebody bought me a ticket, and I wasn't even planning on going. I knew my dear friend Brian was going to be there. It was so nice to be there. We obviously went there separately, but I was sitting one section away from him. It was so nice to be there with him, and a bunch of us diehard wrestling fans. It was great. That's another blessing. See, so far, we're only 3 months into this year, 2024. We're in March. I've already been to 2 wrestling events. I didn't think I'd go to another one for a while, but like I said, I didn't buy the ticket. Here's another thing. Now, you always hear me say live life to the fullest. One of the reasons I say that is because I grew up in a poor family. And there were a lot of things I was not able to do when I was younger that I wish I could have done, like travel or go to really fun things like a wrestling event or here's something. See, I'm a big fan of, my favorite comedian is Tim Allen. I'm the biggest fan of Home Improvement. And I bought a ticket. I'm gonna see Tim Allen's gonna be performing, not really far uh, from here next month, and I bought a ticket for the front row, and I'm so excited. That's one of the ways I'm living life to the fullest. To do these amazing things, to go to these amazing things. I'm trying to live my life in a way where I'm happy, and even though I don't have everything I want, and I'm not completely where I want to be yet in life, professionally or personally, I do have an amazing life, and I am blessed with a lot of things. And I'm obviously living life to the fullest that I can live. And hopefully one day I will be where I want to be, and I'll have a lot more things to brag about and be happy for when I make these broadcasts. So these are some of the amazing things I've been doing with my life. Here's another thing that happened recently. See, I have a lot of things. Normally, I always have good things to talk about here, but usually I don't have this many things to talk about. So, yeah, you're definitely in for blessings as well watching me today. Now, okay, I just started this week at Alliant International University. I just started with the purpose to get my teaching credential. And I just want to stretch. I also want you to see my hoodie. See? All Saints. All Saints. Anyways, I just started getting my teaching credential, and one of the advisors from Alliant was talking to me, and they said, "Oh, are you trying to get another master's degree with us?" And I said, "No, I just wanted to get my teaching credential. I already have a master's degree. I just got it 3 months ago." And this lady was telling me over the phone. Actually, no, it was a Zoom meeting so we could see each other. They said if I were to add just 3 more courses to the program I'm in, not only would I get a teaching credential, but I would also get a master's degree in education. Now, that was not something that I was planning on doing, but because I already have a master's degree, I've completed enough credits to a certain point to do this. So I thought, okay, 3 more courses, and I would be projected to be finished in May of next year, 2025. And I said, okay, let's do it. So I didn't want to say no, but this was not something I was expecting. I never planned on getting a second master's degree. And for those of you who are friends with me on my personal Facebook, I was talking about this. I just posted this yesterday, and I said, well, I guess you could call me George Goodsaid MA 2.0. Because I would have 2 master's degrees. So, yeah, this was something I was not expecting. Life can throw you some unexpected blessings that you didn't always see coming. I know a lot of us here, we've had some bad things happen to us throughout our lives, unexpectedly, that we couldn't stop. But here's something I want to encourage all of you to do, and this is something that I'm trying to do now. I want you to focus on the unexpected blessings and good things, positive things that have happened and may still be happening in your life. All these things I've been talking about tonight are unexpected good things that I've been through, and I wasn't expecting it. Okay? Going on and on. I didn't even intend to do these things or to experience these things. These things I have just experienced just this past week, totally out of the blue, totally unexpected. I just wanted to get a teaching credential. I'm going to get a second master's degree. I wasn't expecting to go to that wrestling event last Saturday, but I went. Okay, I don't know why that's there. Okay, something popped up on my phone. Anyways, so like I say, there are a lot of unexpected good things that can happen in our lives, and those are the things that I want you to keep in your memory, keep in your thoughts. Please try not to dwell on awful things in your life or the people who have hurt you, people who dragged you down. We all have those kind of thoughts in the back of our mind. Try not to focus on your time and energy on that. Focus on these good things. Okay? These unexpected good things. That's what I want you to focus on. So that way we're not sending toxic energy into the world. So these are all the blessings that I am experiencing right now in my life, And obviously, I don't know what the future holds, but I know that there will be good things, here and there, and that's what I want to focus on. So, like I say, the blessings, these are always, really important things to focus on. And count your blessings. Please don't count your traumas, your wounds, your emotional scars. Please don't count those. Count your blessings. Okay? I'm trying to encourage positive thought. Please count your blessings and focus on all the positive energy in your life. All the great friends you have, the wonderful people in your lives who would be there for you, who care about you, who you know if you were ever suffering, you could call them over the phone and you know they'll be on your side. You know they're going to care about you and they're going to be there for you. Those are the people I want you to really focus your time and energy on. And I'm that kind of guy as well. I'll try to be there for people, especially if they were there for me. So I think that's all I have for tonight. I think I'm starting to get the hang of this YouTube Live. Like I say, I was able to put my iPad horizontal. I wasn't able to do that last week, but I'm glad that I figured that out. I think this is just the third time I've ever gone live on YouTube, so it's nice to know I can go live on YouTube and Facebook and not have to pre-record a broadcast and then upload it. So from now on, we go live all the way, all the time. Unless I'm traveling and I'm not here in my home in front of the Chinese waterfall, if I happen to be traveling or on vacation or something, more than likely, I will have to pre-record a broadcast because I probably am only going to have my phone and I might be moving around. I might not always be able to broadcast from my hotel room, wherever it is I may be staying. But yes, I will always broadcast, but it may not always be like this. Like I said, I've done broadcasts in the past where I was traveling and I didn't have the waterfall, but I will always do it in some fashion or another. So I hope to have maybe another broadcast, hopefully tomorrow. If I do, then I would like it to be a prayer broadcast. So once again, before I sign off, if there's anybody out there who has any suggestions for me about future broadcasts, things you would like me to talk about, or maybe if there's something more you would like to learn about me, and maybe I can try to incorporate that into a future broadcast, please let me know. Like I say, I will only try to talk about positive things here. I don't want to talk about things that could be looked at as a negative thing. Like I say, I'm not going to get into political things or talk about things you may see on the news that might make people not so positive. I don't want to talk about that stuff here. Every time I talk here, it's always going to be positive, happy thoughts. So, but I'm always open to hear your ideas. You can tell me, but yes. So thank you for all of your love, kindness, and support. And please continue to share Catholic Positive Energy with everyone you know. I hope to continue to grow our YouTube channel. And I hope maybe one day, and I've never had this happen before, please, if you're watching me on the Facebook channel, please send me some stars. I would very much like that. I once sent somebody stars once, and but yeah, I've never received stars on Facebook, so I would really love that, please. So, until next time, I hope you're enjoying the Lenten season. Take care. God bless. Remember, dignification is better than criticism. Live life to the fullest.